Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday morning. It is a little past 11 a.m., and that can only mean that it's time for some Generations Minecraft server. Today we're in the Generation 5 survival world. We're working on the, well, let's just get in there. Let's just get in there. Display scene, here we go. I hope your week is going well. Yeah, here we are. Hey there. And of course, Gaston is hovering right above us there, or below us, above us, above us. Yeah. Let's have a look, shall we? This is on what we are working on here in the Generation 5 survival world. We are finishing off the top level of the Chamber of Commerce. Finally, after all these years. Yes. And I'm mucking about with the roof here and the kind of dome shape on the roof, and I'm not having a very good time of it. Let's jump on Gaston here, and we'll have a hovering view of this. Let's do this. Here, boy. Yeah. Let's get on here. I think I have to break the lead first. And then lure him over like this, and then jump on like that. Okay, there we go. Let me see. Yeah, I think I have to do this. This is so silly. I love it. All right. So you get my POV here. We can just kind of hover around and have a look. So I was trying to do this kind of shape where I like the copper arches. I like that part, but trying to fill in the places between them and trying to come up with a scheme for that has not been easy. I like the front. I like this. The part with the deep slate in the front is okay. With the tiles in between the brick features and giving it some depth. That's all right. I like that. I certainly like the big glass window. I'm having... that's right. You have to point downward like this. There we go. And you can see it maintains the look all the way up. So that's cool. It's just trying to come up with some sort of... I want to use the tough bricks for the tiles. And then I'll mix in some of the stone bricks with the mossy stone bricks in between here and there just to kind of give it some texture. It's just trying to come up with some sort of graceful pattern that merges those. That has not been easy. But that's where I've left off. Right there. And then I'll merge some sort of system into here. I'm not exactly sure what I'll be doing there. But one kind of thing I've been thinking about is to have some sort of landing pad, like right here. Either I'm flying in on the Elytra, or I'm flying in here on Gaston, and I can either park at Gaston right here and tie him off with a lead, or I can just swoop on in with the Elytra onto some sort of landing here on either end. And then the final part of this, of course, is to move our long-suffering friends wow, there's only 2 dudes left there. Ooh, life's been hard. Down from their miserable concrete boxes, their miserable cobblestone boxes down there where they've been there literally for years. And to bring them up to their beautiful penthouse suite in the sky up here. That's the idea. I'm wondering if I should go a little higher on the arch. The arch is a little higher on towards the middle, but I don't know. Does that feel a little too claustrophobic? Let's get in there, and we'll have ourselves a butcher. Have ourselves a look. We had quite a bit of of activity on the Buffooncraft server yesterday, the day before. If Skipjack saves his VODs, and I think he does. Let me pin down Gaston here. Hey, dude, there you go. Like right there. Ah, gotcha. And like that. Okay, he's good. Yeah, if he saves his VODs, you should check out his VOD. We had quite a turnout on the server. He was streaming the other day, and it's cool because he hasn't been streaming in quite some time, and so it was fun to see him streaming again. And so we were all on the server, up to all kinds of things on there. I, of course, streamed Buffooncraft on Friday. Hopefully he'll be around. But his health has not been... he's been enduring some health challenges. And you can go check that out on either his stream or his Discord. And for more details on that, but I'll let him... explain that. But yeah, so he hasn't been streaming much. So he streamed the other day, and so we all showed up because we're glad to see him. And it was cool having that kind of activity on the Buffooncraft server. Server's been experiencing a slowdown in activity lately, and OPG and myself are on there quite frequently. But the other buffoons, you know, have been busy with other things. And so it was fun seeing them on there. Yeah, you know, so I don't know. Maybe it's not so bad on the inside here. Maybe it's just... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. I think it's fine. One thing that isn't fine, though, is this mess. And I'm definitely... The very first thing I'm going to do is, you know, completely remove that. Because it looks so awful. I cannot bear to even look at it a moment further. Let's get rid of this. I think I have an idea of how I want to go with this. Of course, I thought I had an idea with how I wanted to go with it when I put all of this crap into place. And, you know, I don't mind telling you that I messed with this for a very, very long time. And it's just awful. And I can't stand it a moment longer. It has got to go. You know, I don't want to get rid of the deep slate, though. Can I do this? I think I can. There we go. Okay, it's a little hazardous, but we're wearing the Elytra, so we should be just fine. Let's do the sleeping thing already. Wow, we haven't really even gotten started. We've barely gotten started, and already we have to do this sleeping thing. There we go. At least we can sleep now. We're far enough away from our green-skinned consumer protection agents down below, so we can actually sleep on the server now. On the server, I mean, at the Chamber of Commerce. Before, I'd have to like crawl out to the very corner away from them, so they could gain enough distance for the game to permit us to do the slumbering. Here we go. Now Kachi is back in school, and he's in his third week, I think. Third week. Second week? Third week? Somewhere around there. My God, you think I should know that. But his conservatory has started up, which means I pick him up much later now in the afternoon. So that gives us plenty of time to get... Oh, I see, says the blind man. All right. What I was thinking of doing here is something like this, where I don't do that. Not yet. where I'm doing something a little more like this, okay? And I'm thinking maybe put a stair there for transition, right? So, and this is probably what I had before. No. Bah, put the stair like that. That's what I'm trying to do. We can put a stair for transition, stair for transition there, and then maybe another one here. Not upside down, please. Please, come on, hands, please now. We're doing a stream. I need your cooperation for the stream. All right, so I'm thinking of having something like this here, and then on this side have something similar. Like that. And maybe that there. Hawk. All right, good. All right, so I'm thinking something like that, and then somehow merge that down to here. So maybe in a similar kind of way, where this is turned sideways like this. And then we kind of merge those two directions. And see if I can make something work with this. So I'm thinking that would go there. And we start with something like this. This would carry over maybe yeah, see, already there are problems. You know, I think I'm good till here. But, you know, the idea is, you know, using the 45 as a guide, right? So, what? Maybe bring this across by at least 2? And then we brought that. We can bring this across at least that far. I'm thinking something like, yeah. All right, so we have that kind of a shape, right? You know, it's the stairs that really mess things up. I'm just not sure how good of a transition it will make without them. Because then I run into things like this kind of a it's just a mess. It's just a mess. have any more dirt? Oh, I've got plenty. Okay. All right, so let's see. So this would seem to indicate that this should come over. Like these two levels should meet somehow. But if I do that, now there's going to be a gap across there. And see, this is the problem with the stairs. This is the problem that the stairs pose. And there's Lone Star. How you doing there, lad? You all can see the auto shout out there for fellow buffoon, the mighty, the one and only Lone Star. So, Lone, tell me what's going on with your Twitch stream name, because that is what's causing the problem when I raid out to you. There's like an all lowercase version of your name, and so I set up for that raid because that's what comes up when I search Lone Star. And then my raid winds up going awry. Good, you? Not too bad. Not too shabby, thanks. All right, so I'm looking at something like this, right? Maybe we can do this entirely with slabs. And we can forego the stairs. Now, I understand that there are gaps here. We'll take care of that in a moment. Well, Sade said you were typing it incorrectly. Well, when and I'll type this in the chat. When I do the command to raid out, oh, there's your redeem for the H2 no hydrate. There you go. When I go to do the raid, I won't put the. Yeah, I know. And so I won't put the / in, but I do the raid command like this, and I type it just like we all see it. I mean, I can see your name right there in the chat, so I type it just like this, right, with the underscore and the number that you don't allow us to say. So I do type it like that, but when I enter that in and the raid starts counting down, it automatically does this. Now, I'm not typing this. It does this. It does this. It goes to that channel. It just auto fills it in. And yeah, it will automatically do that and send me to a different place. So I don't know. I'm not typing it incorrectly. That's what it does. It's doing that. So I don't know why it's doing that. But I'll try to get it down right, or get it to work right. Things on my end are okay. But I don't know why Twitch is doing that to us. But that's what's happening. So I don't know. Maybe the next time you're streaming, I'll try it out. And we'll see what's going on there. Because I got to be able to raid my friends. And I've always been able to raid you in the past without that happening. So I don't know what's changed. But something has definitely changed. So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. The next time you're on and we're set up to raid, I'll show you. I'll show you what happens. In fact, you might be able to see it in the VOD, right? So there is that. So I'm thinking this. These two should somehow join up. Let's go get some more tough. I'll go look. Yeah, it might, you might be able to see it in the VOD. Let's go get some tough brick slab. And I think I can just put the tough right in here and get what I need. Yeah, I can. Just like that. Okay. That's what I'm looking for right there. Now again, this isn't a perfectionism kind of thing. This is just trying to get something that kind of works, you know? All right, so that should merge onto that level. That means this should merge onto that level in some sort of way. Maybe like that. So I'm thinking maybe these corner pieces, we can forego those. Like, maybe like that. Fuck. It is these ones here. Now what I'm thinking about is the gaps in these, we can fill these from underneath on the inside in some kind of a way, maybe with stairs or something. Inside we could do that. Doesn't show anything to do with the raid in the VOD. Yeah, it might not include that in the VOD. All right, we have that. All right, so this should merge with that in some sort of way. Pleasant Player Thunder, how are you doing today, my friend? I am doing awesome. Pleasant. Why is there no auto shout out for you? Oh, you know what? Maybe because remember when you updated your Twitch name from the ENT to the ANT, I did not update that in the in Fossilbot. That's why. So we'll do that all manual like. So you can now see, viewers, chat, the auto shout out, well, not the manual shout out, soon to be auto shout out once more for the mighty, the one and only Pleasant Player. Please go check out his streams. They are so much fun. All right, now we have a thing happening here. That's more than just a little weird. We've got that sort of thing. So we need a level here to merge onto this, and then a level here to merge onto that. And I'm thinking something like this. We do that. The pattern has been to knock out this 45 from there. And then we bring this across to here like this. And it's cool because we have this overhang feature now. That's I like that. And you know what? Maybe we can stagger the wall inward a little bit, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we... Ah! Okay, we have to come down here anyway. Let us get some dirt. Like that. Okay, because I think now, we're going to do something like this. What are we building today? Well, in the introduction, we did a little flyabout. I can do a fast one right now with rockets. We jumped on Gaston and we did a circumferential survey of our build right now. And we're putting the finishing level on the Chamber of Commerce today. That's what's happening. There we go. Like this. And we're trying to work out some sort of interesting roof pattern. Right? And then when this is finished, our long-suffering villagers down here will be removed from their luxurious cobblestone boxes up to their penthouse in the sky. He's Builder and Girl. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Going along a little slower than I would like, but they're fun to do. It's just, you know, this kind of thing, working out a pattern for this is always a little difficult, right? So I think I did that, and I think the idea is to do that there, and then to break that. And I think this will do it. And now it's just a matter of filling in the gaps underneath now with either stair pieces or more you know, the things, the tough bricks. So maybe these areas to fill in the gaps will be either darker or lighter slabs. But and they should merge, since this is a top slab and this is the bottom of this slab and the top of this, they should merge. Do you use Schematica, or is it just all designs you come up with? I'm no mods, no nothing on this one. Sometimes though, I will go into the creative world and I'll use Lightmatica or World Edit, and I'll build something creative mode in that creative test world, and then copy it into here when I get something I like. Or sometimes I just get it like 80 or 90% there, and then I'll copy it over here and finish it up in here, just so I can work out the details, right? Sometimes I'll do that if I'm working on something that's pretty complicated, like redstone or something like that. Other than that, the only time I ever use World Edit or Lightmatica is like maybe in the Baby Zombie Rush stream. Although I try not to use it so much in there. And it's not that I have anything against it, like I think it's cheating or something like that. It's just, I just like the challenge of being able to do it in survival. I've updated the, okay, let me see. I did notice at the end of your VOD that you said my stream wasn't marked from a cheat. Yes, see? Just gone to look and they have changed the settings. Okay, I have updated the setting as now. Okay, cool. Just realized I've been following your account for 4 years now. That's right, you have? Yeah, that makes sense. It just looks like so much work. It amazes me how much you do on your own. You know, it is a heck of a lot of work. I won't lie. That's why it goes so slow. Like things like this, we just have to experiment with and see, like, you know, you think something like that would be cool, and it just does the same thing a brick slab does. So, you know, I was thinking of some sort of interesting kind of anything with a slab or a stair there or something, and it looks like no. So I'll tell you what. I have some moderation to do. Give me a moment here. How are things going in the IE6 world? Is it IE or is it EI? Sorry. Okay, I'm thinking here that we try... you know, we could do something like cobbled deep slate to get a lot of contrast. But I'm thinking just the regular deep slate... deep slate slabs would probably look better, and they're darker. Oh, the tiled slabs might look good in there. Right, so I'm thinking something like that, where we fill in the gaps like this. You know, I wish we could go deeper back with it and still fill them in, but which was what I was thinking of when I placed the stairs there. What were you thinking? Yes, it is IE6. It's going great. I may have started a poker society now, so we are going to start doing poker nights on the server from now on, and I'm pretty excited. Oh, so cool, man. So cool. You guys always have the coolest ideas. Let us see. Let me see. Can I craft the slabs directly from the cobbled? Yes, I can. And let's try the tiled deep slate in between. And let's see what that looks like. I may wind up just going with the tough, but because when we do this, which, you know, admittedly looks pretty cool, you know, because you have a difference in texture and tone, right? You have to deal with it on the, well, you know, the inside doesn't look bad. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's try this. Let's go across the way. Hey there, buddy. Ow. I think we're going to have to get above it. This might be a job for Gaston. When we want to take just a slow look at it. Yeah, I guess that's going to look pretty good. Let's get a little help from our friend here. Because I think that's going to look good. And plus, it may help tie the roof in with this kind of tile, deep slate tile and deep slate brick kind of facing I have on the front here. Yeah, I might be able to help out with that. Oh, sorry. I always make that mistake. Here. It's going to be okay, pal. It's going to be okay. All right. Sorry about that. Now, I think I did the lead fall down in the water? I heard something splash. We'll take care of that later. It should float up to the surface. All right. See, now that we're on our floating camera dolly in the sky, see, now we can kind of kick back and have a look at this, right? I think that's going to be okay. The size of these compared to the size of those, I don't know. It might be all right. Yeah. Okay, I got to remember to look down and then pull forward. So let's This is my first time actually building with the Ghast. A Ghast pack. Yeah. Okay, we're going to have to do something about that. But, yeah, I keep pressing space on the shift on that, and then that takes me off of there. Can you fit down there, buddy? Yeah, you can. Okay, so we go up. We go up. You know what? I'm thinking if I just hop off of him, I can lure him back over here with a snowball, right? So oh, okay. So we'll have a gap here to fill, but that's not as bad. This kind of shows us that we should have continued the pattern of this over to there to make it fit, right? Something like that. Okay, dude. Hey, don't wander away too far. Come on back. Come on. Come on. No. You know you want it. I promise I won't throw it at you. I promise. Oh, what am I thinking? I could have just... I don't know. Somehow I think these are more trouble than they're worth sometimes. But I think it's just me getting used to them. I'm so excited to do that team puzzle next Saturday with you and my friend Turtle. Yeah. I remember playing with Turtle on a couple of events too. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I just hope, that I perform well enough for you guys on that. I'm usually not that good at those kind of events, so... See, I thought I heard a splash sound. That's why I'm in here right now. Let's go down, buddy, and we'll go have a look. No. Get back here. See, you have to be so close to them to be able to mount. There. All right. I think... Did the lead fall down here? It might have. It's probably despawned by now. Yeah, because it's certainly not in my inventory. I don't know. I heard like water splashing sounds, so I assumed that it fell into the aquarium, but it should have floated up to the surface by now. I mean, I can always grab another lead too. It's not like we're hurting for leads here on Generations. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we can get like a fence post or something. We'll just stick it on the side and we'll just... Like we were saying, this would be a good landing spot for him. So I can come on over to here like this. We can go here like that. Where's my basic kit? Right here. We can do this. We can grab ourselves a lead from right in there. Usually I have a fence post in there for the horses. Apparently not this time. What do we have for wood here? We can make some of this. Fence looks like what? This, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now he's wandered off. I know, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine. And I'm thinking we'll just do that. Yeah, there he is. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on over. Yeah, there he is. Come on, like over to here. Yeah. Well, I suppose I could just ride him over there, right? From here. Oh, you little so-and-so. Come here. Come here. Come here, please. No, look, I've got a snowball. Ah. Look, yeah, there you go. There you go, right here. A little bit closer. There. Good Lord. More trouble than it's worth? You decide. So I'm thinking we just kind of stake them up here, right? So I'll do this and that and that. All right, there we go. All right, do not make me regret that. Okay. I love them. I haven't tried it yet, but the guests are so cute with the glasses. Yeah. They're adorable. Look at them. So much fun. I have a question for you, Thunder. Do you watch Wheel of Fortune at all? I've started to get hooked on it lately, and people call it an old person show. It is an old person show. I probably have not watched that show in like 40 years. I do remember, see, we would watch the game shows like when we were homesick from school. Yeah, so if we had a sick day, yeah, that's when we would watch the game shows on TV. Mom would always have the game show on, or she would have like talk shows. And the soap operas too, but we would be watching the game shows during that time. Otherwise, we wouldn't really watch them. Not that I have anything particularly against them or anything. It's just, you know. Not calling you old, by the way. It's just what people say. Well, you know, I am. I don't mind being called old. Some people take great offense to that. I don't. I've waited 61 years for this. All right, this I think we can just kind of do that with. And I think we can just knock that wall unit out there and do something like that. And then, yeah, I'm thinking something like this. And then, you know what? Maybe just bring that across, and this makes kind of like the ledge that juts out there. Transitioning from here down to here, though. Yeah, don't rightfully know about that. Maybe just on the outside here, use the stair. But if I put a stair here, then I lose putting a stair there. And it kind of messes things up. I grew up watching Nickelodeon TV shows and America's Got Talent. Aye. So now the thing of this is how to transition from here into there. I mean, I could do the same thing where I do that kind of a thing. Yeah, I mean, I could totally do that. But then, you know, I keep extending it outward and I get into that kind of a trap. And I feel that this is too thick. Like this would now have to have a transition that went kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? And I can't help but feel like this is a little weird. Did I put logical zoom on generations yet? No, I haven't. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to do note for self. Note to self. Self. Please put logical zoom on generations. Okay, so see, we have the pattern going all the way down, but then we have this doubled up pattern right here, and I'm not sure that that's quite the way to go, but it kind of does its thing. So we have tough, deep slate, tough, deep slate, tough, deep slate, tough. I feel like right here should be deep slate. Yeah. Yeah. Looking great, Thunder. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's just, this stuff is always kind of weird to build, right? So I'm thinking right here, this shouldn't be here to maintain the pattern, right? But this does some weird stuff. So I'm thinking that should be like that. And then that should be like that. We'll clean up this mess in a moment, but. Well, Thunder, it's been great joining the stream. I have to go to the gym now. Always great popping in. Good luck to your commerce building, and have a pleasant rest of your day. Adios. Pleasant player. Always a pleasure to have you drop in, my friend. So I maybe that does that right there. I mean, I do kind of like the idea of it overhanging by a certain amount. So see, you have that kind of thing happening there now. I think that looks a little better, right? And where's my spyglass? See, this is all about the spyglass, people. It's all about the spyglass. So I'm thinking something like that. I like it. It's a weird shape, but it's not like so weird that it's a mess, right? At least that's what I'm going for. This we can make, maybe this spine right down the middle here, we can make this out of copper, maybe. I'm not sure. Another thing we can do is right here, right? We can try this pattern and then see how. I think I'm just going to go with the roof for right now, and then. Yeah, see, I would wind up putting the tile under that. But I don't know, this might be okay like it is. Because that would do something like that. This would do something like this. But then here's where the pattern kind of breaks, right? So what would happen here would be kind of like this. But see, then it kind of breaks this pattern here, which yeah, because these kind of cause a problem with those right there. Now, what would normally happen is something like this, right? But I do think that that looks a little weird. I kind of like it without that business right there. Yeah, I think this is the best part right here without that. But I'm not quite sure what to do there. Maybe I just leave it as is. Like that. Maybe I just leave it like that and that's good enough. And then we could try like, oh, we could try to tile that area right there. Can I sleep yet? Get rid of this annoying rain? I think so. And how am I doing for time? I got 3 minutes before we do the ad break. Wow, did that go by fast? So, something like this, and then something like this, right? And then the idea is we try to find some decent way to merge these two. Like that goes like that, and that would go like that, that would go like that, and that would go like that. All right. And then over on this side, we would have this. Doing this kind of a thing, right? And then, I mean, it seems straightforward enough, right? Like how to merge these down, right? Because these would be, they're only one block away, so where to step down from one to the other? It looks kind of obvious, but let's try it out. So. One of we have a couple of things we can think of, right? Like we have sun, so we have 5. So we could do 3 on this level and 2 on that level. We can kind of mix it up like that, but also I want to maintain a nice high ceiling here. So anywhere where I can keep the ceiling nice and high up here, I think I'm gonna go with that. So. Let's try something like this. Let's try something like that. Okay. And then we can bring this over to here and that over to there. Something like that. And so yeah, I'm thinking of trying to get this kind of a look here. Bring that over, and I'm thinking we bring this over like this, and again, you know, we can break off that corner piece, maybe. Let's see what happens. We'll bring that to there, bring this to here like this, and then take out this one. And then we'll break that there. And then we'll take this one out. And again, the idea is we fill up the gaps with the tiled. And then, gee, you know, does this do that kind of thing all the way across? Maybe it does. Or is that just getting a little too low? Like maybe that's as far down as we want to go there. But I don't know. I do feel like I should bring that forward a little bit. Let's try it out. Let's see if we can come up with something for that. let's... I mean, we could do that and like extend it out that way. And then bring this over to meet that. We could do something like that. So... maybe like that? But, you know, maybe we can start walking it in, like, right about here. And doing something like... maybe something like that. Right? Now, we don't have much of an overhang there, but... let's fill it in, and then we'll pull back, and we'll have ourselves a butcher. We'll see what it looks like. No. Hands, please. Just... if you could just do the thing, yeah, that would be great. Thanks. Ah, please. Look. All right. Let me get up under here. And, all right. I'll have to clean those out later. Can I? No, I can't. I guess I should be trying to build off the back of Gaston here so I can get used to doing that, right? I think that's going to be a Minecraft skill. Building a Ghast back. Like if I just temporarily put that there, is that enough for me to... yeah, there we go. Okay, I think most of the gappage has been filled. Oh, we made it. Now the thing is, how do I break this lead? I mean, can I get... because the lead's just going to fall, right? And that's what's annoying. I suppose if I could get close enough to it like that, it would go... oh, all right, good. It's in my inventory now. Great. Okay, well, there's some tiles here that need to be filled in. Like here. And here. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm liking the way this is going together now. This feels a lot better. Now this certainly looks cool from the air. I'm thinking we can remove this just to maintain the look, right? And we might wind up doing the same thing here by removing these. But that way the copper columns show through. Right, because why have the copper arches on there if we're just going to cover them up with tiles, right? That just doesn't make sense to me. So we do have that. And I like the way that this is going. I do like it. Yeah, that does look pretty cool, huh? There we go. We could do something like that. Just to pose for our thumbnail. That is a possible thumbnail. Maybe like right about there. I should probably go down a little bit more. Like that, so I can get out of the way of the build. Something like that. That's a good one. Okay, we are a little bit past the hour, so I'm going to take a 3-minute ad break, and I will be right back. Okay, hey, welcome back. Restart the playlist there. Let's see. All right, let's make a few minor adjustments here for standing mode. Here we go. Log back onto the server. There we go, right here. And it's nighttime on the generation server. Okay, you know, I really like the way this is coming out. I do. I kind of knew I would resolve this today. I knew. Oh dear. If you hurt my ghast. All right. I think we need to do this and this and take out the riffraff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is spawnable up here. That's probably not a good thing. Probably. No, it's definitely not a good thing. All right, so let's just temporarily, we'll do something like this. I don't think I have Mini HUD installed, do I? Yes, I do. Yeah, we're gonna do a little something like this just for now. Yeah. Let's put that there and that there. Okay. I think this would be prudent. Yeah, okay, I was doing something like that, but you know what? I might put a stair there or something. Yeah, because this is going to be a little weird in here. Let's try to work something out for this. Keep that in the inventory because, you know. But I can move that out of there. Sandstone slab can move out of there for now. Really? Good. That's out of there. Deep slate brick wall. Okay, so I'm looking for deep slate bricks and tile walls like that. Okay. Okay, yeah, here's the thing of it. This comes back this far. So it does... It does that kind of a thing. And I think the front of this with the stairs doesn't comply with that. Because what you would have to do is double up on the columns, right? So this is like flush with that column. And this would start here and go across. Okay, I think we're good with this. And it looks like the tiles are adjacent there, like this. Now this is gonna be a little weird. That's very weird. Let's try not to do that again. Hey there, buddy. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of weirdness in and around there, right? And same thing with that on that side. So we're going to have to deal with that in some sort of manner. I mean, I like the idea of this dropping down to this kind of level. I think that's cool. But it is a bit of a mess. It is a bit of a mess. And we have a bit of a problem with that transition area right there. And, you know, a little bit right there. You know, and you know what? One thing I haven't done yet? Looking at this from down below. Yeah, it looks pretty awful from down here, actually, right? From this level down here, it looks quite despicable. Which is unfortunate because it looks rather good from up here. I like it from up here, but from down below in the street, it looks terrible. And I think part of the deal is it sort of has an overhang through here, but not, and it doesn't continue over. And then you have levels there that have weird gaps in them. Yeah, so we might have to work something out like that eventually. Because that's quite wretched looking. Yeah, I don't like it. What about from other angles? From here, it looks quite nice. That's because we're far away and you can't see the details. I'll tell you, ever since I've had the squid and dolphins in the spawn chunks problem on Buffooncraft, I have been thinking about that. I have been considering that here on the Generation server, and if I should attempt to do anything about that. So far, I haven't seen any problems like that in Generation so far, thus far, but yeah. Yeah, it's definitely got me thinking about it. Yeah, so all of this is particularly right there is good. It's how this transitions into this isn't really quite doing it for me. But, you know, we haven't maintained the pattern there really. So I think the next move really, and we'll work out that jankiness right there a little bit later. maybe bringing this up into here, right? And then it's a matter of just mirroring it onto the other side. So we need to get this middle pattern settled here. So you know what that means. Just ripping this right out. Yeah, I guess I was doing something here, right? But for now, I'll tell you what, let's take it out for right now because we're not really certain how this is going to merge into that kind of feature, right? So we do know that this is going to do this. Now, see, this section should be easier to do. Should be. Should be. Right? This should be much easier to do. But herein lies the rub, you know. What do we do about this? I mean, do I extend that out like that? Maybe? Or does this now do this kind of a thing? And we sort of maintain the pattern. Like, yeah, I guess that's not bad, right? And then, oh, where are those tile slabs? These we can get from below. I mean, that doesn't look so bad from the inside. It looks a little weird, but, you know, we can also put something over the ceiling, though, to hide this, right? But that does now lower the ceiling down when we do that and makes this a little bit more claustrophobic. I want this to be a nice big open room here, so... Yeah, jankiness. Jankiness right there. And now, see, this... I feel this doesn't need to be there quite like that now. But you know, it is kind of like we have, like this steps down by 2 here, and it only steps down by 1 there, but you know, I don't know. I don't think that's such a bad thing. Well, it would look better if I removed those. But I think, as far as looking at it from above, that made things look pretty cool. All right, I do like that. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. let's just extend this and mirror it over to the other side, and we'll get the full effect. Yeah, let's try that. Where am I? There we go. All right. Let's restock the inventory here, and we'll do this right. It's glass, tough slab. Let's take out a lot of this stuff, and we'll make ourselves some tough brick slabs like that. That's a lot of that. Let's see if we can find more of the deep slate tile slabs. I don't know if I have any of those pre-made. I don't. Okay, we do have those. I think we need to make a little bit more. So let's do that. That deep slate tile slab, yeah. All right, let's go with this. I mean, it is a little dark looking up here, but so this one I came over sun. I came over 3 on this side, right? So sun like that, and then I came out. So this is just a 3x3. Got it. Like that. I think that's what I was going for. And then it looks like we dropped down into 2 and dropped down into 2 more. So drop down into 2 there. And then it looks like 2 more, right? So, yes, thusle. And let me see, do these have the same width? Yeah, they do, all the way across. That makes that easy. So I think I did this kind of a thing like that. Now here's where things got a little weird. Oh, this is too wide. No, this isn't so bad. This part looks kind of easy. Ugh. All right, so there's that. And then if I'm over here, there's that. And then the idea is to then take this and do this. Okay, cool. Takes care of this. Now this system is only 1 wide, so we have this. Yeah, see, this I think causes a little bit of a problem right here. Like, I don't think this should be here. But then if I don't, now I have this kind of a thing in the way, right? So because you can see up here where I've taken the corner pieces out all the way down, right? So it's a little weird. Okay, so let's just follow this like this. San, si. There's 4 of these. No, 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 no. Calm down, hands. Like this. Like that. Like this, and then E, and then ER. So, like that. And then like... And then like that. That's the idea there. I think that's what's happening here. Yes. And then we have what? San, si. And then same thing, but one level down. Okay. All right. Understood. It's easy enough. Or it seems to be san, si, like this. Like that. And then we'll put this up here, and this is just merely E right there. The same thing here. How delightfully consistent. Right, so we'll take this E, san, si, like this. This now comes out there. We go ER like this. And then this comes down here like this. And that goes right there. Okay, that's cool. Now, I do have some reservations as to whether or not I should, like, keep this here. Because I'm thinking I should. I'm thinking I should take this stuff out, right? All right, let's go with this for now. We'll switch out to the deep slate tiled slabs. And we'll do like that. And like that. That should be okay. Yeah. And then maybe like this. You know what? It's in this particular way that Minecraft reminds me, annoyingly so, of being a child again. Not in a good way. In this kind of way. As in, oh, it's time for bed. But I don't want to go to bed. I want to stay up. I want to work. It's time for bed. If you don't, the monsters are going to get you. Oak. Bring it. All right. I guess I have to come down here and maybe do. I should probably do that from the inside, like that, right? And I think I did this here. And I brought those across like that. I did a similar thing over here. Oh yeah, that's weird. All right, I guess that's the same, but what did I do with here? Did I just put an extra one of these, like, right? I suppose I can't. Well, I'll just leave that like that for now. Then maybe, can I reach up there? Look. Right. And then like that. And I think we're good. Okay, that is looking better. That is looking better. So I don't know, is the deep slate tile too dark? You know what? I'll probably keep the deep slate tile for the roof, but this deep slate tile wall in between these, I might change those out for a lighter color. I may extend the diorite up there, but I may not. All right, let's continue this over now. Let's install this part onto that end. Let's do that. Ouch, my face. Okay, so we have to install this. I think it's pretty straightforward. We just come on over to here. It looks like sun, and then like this, and it looks like three wide for the top bit, 2 wide for the bottom bit. Okay, well, let's try it. You know, this is a little weird, the way I transitioned into this part, but tis what it is, right? All right, so I did that, This, yeah, see, this is another one of these things. Well, I don't know, I guess that's where the corner piece goes, right? So this down here goes like this, and then brings that all the way over to there. See if my brain can hold on to that. And we'll do no. Or like this. That. Then I think it's doing. Does it do that there and not do this here? Take a look. So it does 2, 2, and then shifts over and does 2 all the way back. 2, shifts over and does 2 all the way back. Let's see if I can. So we have 2 like that. I think it does 2 like this. shifts over all the way back. This doesn't look right to me. What am I doing? Why can't I see this? This is definitely 3 by 3. So this should be 3 by 3. That means this should not be under here. All right. There we go. Now this should be 2 and then 2 shifted over by 1. So this should be 2. Here we go. All right, now instead of 2 shifted over by 1, it should be 2 like this, and then it steps up. That's where I'm missing it. Okay. All right. I think I see it now. It's right here. Come on, come on. There we go. While it's still fresh in my head, please. But that means that goes there. So something's... Oh, no. This is right. And then this needs to do that. And then this goes back to there. I think that's what happens there. I think I'm right. Okay. And then, let me see, this staggers up 1, 2, and then goes all the way back. All right, so this goes 1 here, and then up 1 there, and then goes like that. I think that's what happens there. And then this staggers 1, 2, and then goes all the way back. Same kind of deal. In fact, let's just stay right on the same axis here. Two like that. And I think this does this all the way back. Good. Now what's the last one look like? Well, this isn't the last one. This is second to last. And again, we've got 1, 1, and then all the way back. Yeah, see, that's what makes me think that this should do something like that. But then it juts out in front of this, so I don't know. Because there's no column there, right? So 1, 1, and then goes all the way back, and that's on this axis, right? Okay, that's right. But yeah, see, now we have to fill in something here. So this would be better to count it right from the column on the way back, I think. It's just 1, 2, 3, and then drops down 1, possibly 2. So if I do this, like this. This drops down 1 here and then maybe 1 there, but that I think that's going to be a little ridiculous, so we'll probably take that out. Let's do the sleeping thing. It's time for bed. Seems we have 8 more minutes of the stream. So I would like to at least have this part installed. Let's get our deep slate tile slabs right there. Let's do that. So we can do that and that and that. We can definitely do this and this. Okay, good, good. I think I was doing that kind of a thing. Was I? I don't know. We'll find out. We do this, this, and this. Like that. Like that. Nope, not like that. Like that. So I'm wondering, you know, here's the thing. Do I include this layer there? Or do I just do this kind of a thing here? I mean, it is supposed to come one back from that. But these are this way all the way across. And these are not. They're broken up. These are all the way across as well. What I mean is there's no gaps between the diorite stairs. That's what I'm trying to say. There are no gaps. And then I'm trying to put this kind of feature in here where it sort of depends on there being diorite stairs. So one thing I might want to consider is what happens if I put glass here? I'm also thinking that should be there, maybe. And then what happens if this comes out and this goes to that level? And then I'm thinking we can do the glass right across here. Right, because but then we have this one staggered area. Now the glass can handle that, I think, but let's see what it looks like. Oh, we may have to make some more black glass. I just want to see if we see we have a little bit more in the inventory. You know, I wish I had some block that would interact with the glass over there. That would be cool. But yeah, see, here's the deal with the glass in this kind of situation. Yeah, it all has to be behind the line. So, you know what? Maybe. Yeah, you know, I don't know. Well, that sucked. Please, just do the thing. So maybe now, Maybe this just does this kind of a thing. It sort of wraps around on that column, which I don't know. You know, I'm kind of hesitant to do that kind of a thing, and because it just feels a little too janky. And then I would have to just come up with something for this, like, because, you know, yeah, this is driving me bat crap crazy right there, just having that there. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't bring myself to do that either. It's weird, you know, you decorate, you have patterns, and then you wind up making problems for yourself. See, I'm not really 100% sure what to do there. So if I'm not 100% sure, then just leave it until I am 100% sure. But I do have to say that this is a vast improvement. Yeah, I really don't like the glass there. I really don't like that. But it is a vast improvement from where we started today. I will say that. I am thinking, however, I'm going to get rid of those copper, that chiseled copper block, whatever that is. Yeah, because up against the green of the emerald, it doesn't really make the emerald pop. So I'll just right there, I'll put more of the chiseled stone right there. I was just thinking it was a cool way to carry these into that, but it isn't. It sucks. So we'll take those out. That has to go, though. Definitely. But see, my idea with keeping the ends open and making some sort of ramp is that I can just... You're kidding me. Make some sort of landing. Oh my god. Thunder, please. Yeah, so where, if, you know, we have the Elytra and the rockets, we just swoop right on into the Chamber of Commerce from the air, and then we can just ride the Bubble Vader down. So the Bubble Vader feature may come up to here, and then maybe on the side. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But one thing's for certain: this has to come out. I really, really don't like that. Please, please. Super aggressive pickaxe. So, oh really? Did I knock out one of these as well? One of the stair pieces? And I don't see where it went. Clearly, I do not. Whatever, I'll get one up there. God, I love this building, though. I remember breaking ground on this thing. And if you don't remember and you want to see some the very early stages of this, you can go back and look at the VODs. You'll be going back to 2020. '20 is when we broke ground on this. Actually, no, I take that, well, maybe 2020 or very early 2021. Do I have any more diorite stairs? I think I do. Oh my god. No, I don't. I broke that and lost the piece. Whatever. Surprised it's not on one of the ledges down below here, like on that ledge right underneath. Oh wait, is there one here though? Maybe not. Maybe that's why I can't see it. Yeah, we're not missing anything at all there. Okay. All right, now this is how odd this is. This is supposed to run right off of this column attached to it, and it does not. So see, it kicks outward, which isn't that big of a deal, but I think what I could do there is to what if I did something like this? What if, and I'm just spitballing here, but what if, what if we did something like this? And we just did that for that part. That means this could transition like that. I mean, it's a little bit janky, but it's not too bad. And then some deep slate bricks. And I think I'm running a little bit low on those, so we'll craft up some. Deep slate bricks. Now the thing with the deep slate bricks is up against that, gonna look a little janky. Gonna look a little janky. So what happens now if I have the wall units in here? Okay, we need more deep slate tile walls. God, this is looking jankier the more I mess with it. I'm just making it worse. Yeah, well, I definitely like having the end out like that, and having that pattern in there without the glass. And that looks better. But we need to work out some sort of better solution than that. I mean, it's not bad, but might be okay. But we are past the stream ending time. I think we made some significant progress today. I like the pattern for working on the roof here. As I mentioned earlier, I was going to come on here much earlier in prep, but I didn't really have the time, and so I decided, you know what, we'll figure out something on stream, and we definitely did. I did not have a solution earlier, and I have a solution now. I like that. Yeah, we have to work out the minor details of it. But I like how the shape is kind of strange, but not. Kind of elliptical and curved, but sort of not. And yeah, that's a cool kind of shape. And then from the from street level, still probably going to look pretty jank. Not so bad, actually. Not so bad from street level. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. I know we're running a few minutes over, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Waylander Tone looks awesome. Been here lurking. Tone, welcome on in. Auto shout out up there for our alumni, Buffoon alumni, and good friend Waylander Tone. Taking a look at this from different levels. Yeah, like here, that looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, we have to do something about those gaps. We need a solution there. But just the overall, just a pattern of it is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is a good angle from which to view that. If I do this just right, I might be able to get like Gaston in the background here for the thumbnail. Something like that. that could be another thumbnail as well. So but that looks pretty good. Yeah, you know, that's not that bad. I think we'll go with that. All right. Let's do this. Switch over to cam scene. I will disconnect from server so I don't die. Let's skip ahead to the last of Loch Lomond. Loch Royal, actually. There we go. Let's see if there's anybody to whom we can raid out. You know what? I think I'm going to forego raid today. I have many errands to do here in the house. Things that need fixing. And Mrs. Thunderhand has requested certain upgrades and whatnot, and which is rare. Usually I'm doing those against her wishes. We're both on the same page for a few of these projects that need to be done, so it's like I'm going to take full advantage of this. Right. So let's just forego that today. We'll wrap things up. Thank you everyone for joining us. It's a fine little stream. I like streams that are successful, and I actually feel like I've made some progress or something. Those are always good ones. Just remember that we do this Generation stream every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Friday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Buffooncraft SMP Season 6. And the stream after that will be 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday. That will be Kachi Time. We had to cancel last Kachi Time because we went to the movies to see the theatrical release of Shin Godzilla, which was so cool. But we shouldn't have anything interrupting us this Sunday, so we should be cool. So everybody enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your evening, your morning, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time. Bye for now.